Good afternoon, welcome to Camnet Midday News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Let's take a look at the stories that are making the headlines. Police institute investigation into the abduction of a mobile money agent. Suspected UPND CADRES continue to oppress drivers at KULIMA-TOWER bus station.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the...
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zambia. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zambia, your digital lifestyle partner.
Thanks for staying with us, and now the news in detail. Wrangles have continued at Lusaka's KULIMA-TOWER bus station as a group of bus drivers continue crying foul over the alleged cadreism at the station, calling for a cleanup by the Zambian police service and local authorities. In an interview, bus drivers have claimed by exhibiting what they call as evidence showing the level of corruption going on at the station, including the collection of levies by suspected United Party for National Development UPND cadres.
On 11th of April 2022, a group of bus drivers from Lusaka's KULIMA-TOWER bus station hinted on the ongoing confusion at the station, calling for the local authority to clean up the cadreism that is slowly surfacing at the station.
Barafikirira kuri bali abarwanya basende ndalama, so uli omuntu lesende ndalama tabebe vintu ifire kitika pa ground enara bebe vintu ifisuma wayo walesende shire ndalama.
These wrangles have continued to this day as the drivers Monday press on the demand for removal of some leading personnel, especially those earning their contribution.
Officer in charge KULIMA-TOWER Mboloma Bativuta please ndebagwira ma drivers bamene bakwera tablet kuti EI and the committee there is not a pure committee, they are illegal committee because they are not elected by the drivers. They came themselves with their power nakuti apa ndise triko, they start demanding money from us. Kumenyewa kuchita bwanji aswa munatamba last week banzatu bali 11 banando chokela ku court bamdala nachivutikira beka chipani. Please Mr. Papa ta please apo pemuliri paliponse mumvere dandalo yatu ona ni makadazi so apa manje tikakambao pangani yati space ma drivers pachirimba batigwirisa manje mumaseuzi atino ndiso amene tipanga choko.
They have since called on the Police Inspector General Lemika Joba to come in and bring about sanity.
Mumvera vamene tikamba tikonga directive ya president amene wanakamba no one should collect the money in the bus station and the market, but vabwerera mu makadazi awa tifuna ma election muri matawa mwatu muja tichinje system weka msuzama kamveramo chongo.
Since his election, President Hakainde Hichilema has put it firmly on record that cadreism will be a thing of the past as far as the UPND administration is concerned. It is therefore a huge concern for these drivers that it is being experienced at the station. Alex Shimba, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Police have instituted investigation into a matter where a mobile money agent, Pamela Kasupa 22, is believed to have be abducted and tortured. According to the statement availed to Camnet News, Police Inspector General Remy Kajura says the police is working around the clock to have her released from the alleged abductors and calls on the general citizenry for cooperation in the process.
This is the video going around social media involving Pamela Super, 22 of age, who is believed to have been abducted by unknown criminals. A case which is so alien in Zambia as described by Zambia police. Some basic facts in this matter are that on the material date of April 13, 2022, Pamela was at her Airtel booth when two male persons went to her booth and pretended to be customers wanting to transact money. Later on, the duo was seen moving with her across Cairo Road, and that was the last time Pamela was seen. On April 15, 2022, a friend to Pamela received a call from a victim's phone demanding a ransom of 15,000 kwacha for her release. It has now taken social media for the public to learn of this incident. A number of concerns and sentiments have been raised on various social media platforms, including Petauke Member of Parliament J. Banda, who Tuesday morning visited the police headquarters to inquire like any other why the seeming laxity from the security wings.
Any law. So I don't know anything. I've never investigated anything, but according to my own understanding, my opinion was that the police should be with these people who are receiving calls, so that at least whatever information is coming, they should be working on it.
When was this case reported to the police by the family, according to you?
It was reported on Thursday. So you can imagine, because I was so interested, because it was reported on Thursday. So Thursday, that's last week, and today it's Tuesday. That's why I said, no. I'm sure maybe with my input and the family, I'm sure we can bring good results. So that's why we have decided to come here. Now, I requested to see the IG, and I thank God we are welcomed nicely. So from there now, we have been handed over to the investigating team. So they are now talking with the family members, those who are receiving information from those who abducted the girl. Yeah, for me, I've got 80% confidence in Zambia police that they'll bring to book the criminals who are behind this girl, Pamela.
This development has disturbed some mobile money booth operators along Lusaka's Cairo Road, where Pamela was operating from, appealing for tight safety measures from the security wings, as these people have been a target by swindlers lately.
Sinamvere bwino chani baba pena yona video chifukwa tenzo byonera chekutali na tabwa chati namuno muzambia kwa konkala ma issues yaso sinamvere bwino pangono peka wati tamboyo pankala mabutu mundu akakuitana pena ngo mtu agwera na moto okabwera so tamboyo pati mundu ngamina ngachite stinga zile so yankala chemonga ati muntu akakuza transaction yocho kapa booth beta muza chapati ngasimufuna obwera pa booth beta mwankala so chabe sike cheba funika cheba trace chabe ngati uja muntu pali video mina anatuma ija funika wa trace pali namba ija ngati kwani sika bafunika ba trace namba ija so ngati bana moving apa japa mibalili bapeze ko machine ya kutubanga sakile kumupeza uja muntu kwa mina alili
together maybe zambo kumbuka olokuma 13 so okuma 15 kairi mwene ankalira ija litafia maningi hapa so yanga nila kairi in terms of maybe communication because it's some about sofuninga or both when you start deposit or withdraw kuri muntu asozio ndi sakairi lo bank so apeza drum bank achoka amochita attend kuri muntu panja ama nkala momene mujamana wankala mabuthi ya they attend to people. But remember, Beatrice, after point, you are nepo muntu. I'm tendizile in all angles. The no I'm tendizile.
Meanwhile, addressing the media, Police Inspector General Lemi Kachova says police have instituted investigations into the matter.
We would like to inform the public that this type of crime is alien to this country. The Zambia police takes protection of women against any form of crime seriously. As such, we have put all our resources together and working with other collaborating partners to possibly secure a safe release from the alleged abductors. We are calling on the general citizenry to fully cooperate with us as we work around the clock to have her released from these criminals.
No human deserves this kind of ill treatment, and this kind of lawlessness must be highly condemned. One can only hope for a swift release of Pamela safely. Alex Chimba, Camnet News, in Lusaka.
The Zambia National Union of Teachers has called on the United Party for National Development Administration through the Ministry of Education to consider introducing reforms around information communication technologies in Zambian schools as one way of solving long-existing problems. Among the challenges that have been affecting this subject in public schools include the lack of fully functional computer laboratories, especially in rural areas, a high pupil-computer ratio, and limited teachers for the subject.
The development of any country depends on the education and skills of its population. With the world now becoming a global village due to the internet, many education systems around the world are also moving from the traditional method to the use of modern technologies. While Zambia has joined the rest of the world in introducing information communication technologies ICTs in schools, some stakeholders feel that the same are not having the desired impact on learners in public schools due to various challenges that have been in existence for a long time. These challenges include the high number of pupils per computer used, lack of fully functioning computer labs mainly in rural areas, slow rural electrification, which is currently at 8%, lack of technical support to maintain and upgrade computing equipment, as well as limited teachers for the same. These challenges have created education gaps between learners in public schools and those in private schools, as these mostly have the ICT learning infrastructure. In this vein, Zambia National Union of Teachers and new Director Public Relations and International Affairs, Mr. Godwin Maseka, says there is need for reforms to be undertaken for ICTs in public schools, as the same have been limping for a long time.
As a labor movement, our advocacy would be, if we are to advance in the implementation of ICT programs, there is need for us to heighten and recognize the importance of ICT in our education system. Recognition has already been put in place, but we need to do more if we can translate the actual teaching into reality when our learners have left schools.
Benefits of learning ICTs include improved research skills, enhanced access to information, and equitable education. Mr. Maseka adds that due to this, the status quo should not remain the same, even in the new administration.
We need to have standard officers who are equipped in ICT. At provincial level, we need the senior education standard officers in charge of ICT. At national level, we need a department or director standard in charge of ICT. Once we actualize this, I can assure you we are going to make serious transformation in our education system. Besides, if we are saying vocational career pathway is the way to go, we are saying we need to heighten in terms of procurement of these ICT gadgets that is going to promote quality delivery of ICT.
If Zambia is to attain Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which aims at ensuring quality education for all by 2030, addressing gaps in this sector, such as in the area of ICTs, is imperative. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Government says there is no need to create animosity or falsehood that government is refusing to meet the Community Resource Board to discuss matters of signing statutory instruments with regards to gaming activities and how they should benefit communities. Traditional leaders had Wednesday, 12 March 2022, marched to the Ministry of Tourism seeking answers from the ministry as to why officials from the ministry failed to show up at the meeting they were invited to by traditional leaders.
Wednesday, 12 April 2022, some traditional leaders drawn from different parts of the country met at a two-day workshop organized by the Zambia Community Management Resources Board Association in Lusaka, with the hope of being addressed by the Ministry of Tourism over matters of great importance that were agreed upon in 2021. Unfortunately, no government official showed up at the meeting, a matter that angered the traditional leaders who were later forced to visit the Ministry of Tourism to seek answers as to why officials from the ministry failed to honor the invitation.
We should just find ways to President. We should just find ways to so like Sakambe Manini. Let's go there. Let's be attended to. Once they are attended, whether they don't attend to us, We'll come back, then we can do our normal meeting and discuss the rest of what we are supposed to do.
Among the issues to be addressed was the signing of hunting concessions in the 19 hunting blocks and the signing and finalizing of a statutory instrument, among other things. Ministry of Tourism Permanent Secretary Evans Muhanga, when contacted for a comment over the matter, says there is no need to create animosity or falsehood that government is refusing to meet Community Resource Board to discuss matters of great importance.
It's an engagement, basically, that we have to have a positive outcome and to understand each other from government's point of view and also from the community points of view. Otherwise, the community, we are engaging them. There's nobody who's snubbing the communities because they are stakeholders. The chiefs are stakeholders in this resource, and we'll continue to deal with them as partners, okay, going forward. And there is no need to create animosity or falsehoods that we are trying to actually not to meet the CBIs, or not CBI but Community Resource Boards or CRB.
The Permanent Secretary adds that when government is called upon to meet traditional leaders, it will fulfill its mandate.
Governments, and they formalize to say we need to have a meeting. As you know, there are a governance process also on behalf of the communities. So the resources that they use, those are public resources, and they need to be accountable for those resources as well. So you will see next phases that the Auditor General's office will get involved to ensure that when they go on the ground, the resources are utilized for the communities as we anticipate them to be.
Meanwhile, CBI, a Dutch NGO working with the tourism sector in Zambia, says tourism in the country has great potential that has not yet been realized, thereby limiting its growth.
That because some of the agents that represent our country outside the continent do not understand what we have here. They only sell maybe 2-3 nights in Livingston, and when people get here they get very disappointed because there's so much to do but with little time. So, you know, sustainable tourism is just going to help us as well, just come up and improve our standards of working.
Prudence Chota reporting for Camnet TV News.
This brings us to the end of our Camnet Media News, but before we go, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Police institute investigation into the abduction of a mobile money agent. Suspected UPND CADRES continue to oppress drivers at KULIMA-TOWER bus station. Thank you for watching our Camnet Media News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Good afternoon.